Alright, so got a lot more raspberries here. In fact, there's two raspberry rootstocks that aren't covered by the little plastic things. But I got some raspberries coming in to the right part of my front yard here. This is actually also a very sunny spot, and I planted these here mostly to keep the dog out of the garden, because sometimes he'll see a squirrel out that way, and he goes and runs through the garden. And so the raspberry bushes I planted here are going to stop him. And I got a little bit of a rhubarb plant coming up, a perennial from last year. We had that rhubarb plant now for 3 years. Over to the right of that rhubarb plant, I have a whole bunch of about 20 to 25 purple asparagus plants, rootstocks that I planted. And then over here to the left of the rhubarb, I have the 25 strawberry plants that I planted. But kind of what I wanted to show was these new beds that I put in and installed. And what I did was I basically dug next to, I started digging a ditch, and I started putting the dirt from the ditch to the sides of the ditch, and then I put down some firewood and stacked it up, and then I started with cardboard, then firewood, and then sticks, and then I started digging the dirt on top of all that wood. And so in the middle core of each one of these beds is a whole lot of wood, and that wood is going to break down, rot by fungal action, and will eventually become like a wet, spongy area, which will maintain the water. And these beds have a tendency to I was seeing that they have a tendency to kind of fall back into the ditch, and the ground wanted to even out, especially because it's sandy ground. And so I have placed all these sticks in here, which I will then cover with some more dirt. And these will also become the place where I walk, but it'll also be a very nice place to hold moisture. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, is trying to get this to a point where I do not have to irrigate it. I want the soil here to just kind of suck up all the moisture, and I hopefully by walking on this and adding some dirt on top, I will have a very moist beds here. Each one of these sticks will become like little woody sponges. And if you look close, I've got lots of clover and vetch and lupine seeds scattered on the top. I also have some that have been planted, and hopefully that will become like a perennial mulch on top. And I'm also going to get some hay, some organic hay or straw to put on top of these beds to further mulch them. But I'm going to wait till June. I'm going to wait for the soil to warm up before I put the mulch on. Otherwise I could kind of insulate the cold in the ground. But this is kind of what I wanted to show off, was this little woody bed garden that I've added to my backyard. And I'm going to expand where that tree is. The 3 beds in the back there can get expanded about another 4 foot or 5 foot in length before I lose all sunlight and it gets shady. I'm hopefully that those little shady areas might be okay for lettuce and things that don't need the direct sunlight quite so much and can tolerate a little bit of shade. But fortunately, all that looking into what you can do in shade to help out a friend has given me ideas of what I can do with my shady spots that I thought I was more limited with, and now I can see more possibilities just doing that research. So, cool beans. I'm looking forward to a very good year this year.